Our next story is from the Indian Ocean. The Indian Navy has proved itself yet again here. They conducted a daring anti-piracy operation, an operation that lasted 40 hours. The target was a ship captured by Somali pirates. A Maltese-flagged bulk cargo vessel called the MV Ruen. The ship was captured by Somali pirates back in December. For months, they were holding the crew hostage until Saturday. That's when the Indian Navy sprung into action. They rescued the crew and captured 35 pirates. The pirates are now being brought to India, where justice will be dispensed. Here's our report.
The Indian Navy has pulled off a daring rescue. It has reiterated its position as guardian of the Indian Ocean. This weekend, the Navy saved the lives of 17 people. 17 people who had been captured by a horde of Somali pirates. It was a daring rescue. It took 40 hours. And a little help from the Indian Air Force. Here's how it went down. On December 14th, Somali pirates had captured this ship, the MV Ruen. It's a bulk cargo carrier. It was carrying steel. It was sailing near the Yemeni island of Socotra. That's where the pirates struck. They captured the ship and held its crew hostage. It was the first time Somali pirates captured a ship since 2017. The pirates turned the MV Ruen into a mothership, effectively a base of operations to launch further attacks from. All this happened in mid-December. The crew was held hostage for over 3 months, and the world struggled to do much because they were being used as human shields. But the Indian Navy was watching. It has been monitoring the Ruen all this time, waiting for the perfect opportunity, and that opportunity arose over the weekend. On Friday, the Ruen was intercepted by the INS Kolkata guided missile destroyer. Backing up the INS Kolkata was a patrol vessel, the INS Subhadra. The rescue squadron also comprised of P-8I long-range maritime patrol aircraft and maritime spotter drones. This squadron intercepted the Ruen. The Indian Navy issued a warning, telling the pirates to surrender and release the hostages. But the pirates responded by firing at the Indian Navy. They even shot at one of the Navy's drones, which had approached the ship to conduct reconnaissance. And that was their biggest mistake. The Indian Navy could now act in self-defense. The 40-hour mission had begun. The Indian ships cornered the Ruen. Warning shots were fired. The Indian Navy kept telling the pirates to surrender, but a second prong of the operation was also underway. An Indian Air Force C-17 Globemaster transport craft was being readied. Indian Marine Commandos, or Marcos, boarded the plane. After a 10-hour flight, the forces were above the pirate ship. And then they executed a precision airdrop. The commandos were dropped near the pirate vessel, as were 2 raiding boats. This allowed the Indian Navy to close in on the pirates and eventually board the ship. The 35 Somali pirates were captured, the 17 crew members were rescued, and the Indian Navy pulled off a heroic feat.
We are investigating all suspicious vessels which have a piracy trigger and this ongoing operation. So while doing this, we came across this MV Ruen, which was being used as a pirate mothership. So the pirates have surrendered. There were a crew of 17 personnel on board, 7 from Bulgaria, 1 from Angola, and 9 from Myanmar. So they are all safe, and the ship is now being sent back to its next port of call.
The Ruen was run by a Bulgarian company. You can imagine how pleased Bulgaria is, now that both the crew and the ship are free. Bulgaria's Deputy Prime Minister thanked the Indian Navy for its heroics, and she received a warm reply from India's External Affairs Minister. This is the latest incident which proves how India is working hard to secure our seas. And our Navy is at the forefront of that endeavour.